right, I want you to open up your phone right now and ask Google or Siri, find me auto repair shop near me. Look at what comes up. And if your shop is not in the first three results, or if that information shows up as wrong, you're losing customers every single day and you don't even know it. In our show today, I'm going to show you exactly why AI search is making some shops invisible and what the shops that are showing up are doing differently and how you can fix the biggest gaps in 30 minutes. So I'm Brad with America's Best Shops. I'm here with my good friend, Laura Southerly. How are you today, Laura?
Great. I'm so excited about this episode. Matter of fact, I picked up my own phone because I know you grabbed my attention and I want to see how businesses do when it comes to AI search.
Well, it's an exciting time, and it's so good to have you hanging out today. And what is AI search actually, and why it changed everything is really the question. Most shop owners have heard the term AI or AI search, but they really don't understand how it connects to their business showing up in Google. A lot of them don't realize that the game has changed. The old way was type in auto repair shop near me or whatever it is, and their customers would click, the one with the most reviews or the prettiest website or the one that had, the best SEO, so they showed up in organic search. But the new way that customers act now is different. Whether they're talking to Google, they're talking to their car, they're talking to Siri or Alexa or any of these other things, ChatGPT, you can pretty much talk to any of these systems now. And if your shop is not the answer, then you do not exist at that moment. Because what's happened, I feel, Google search, we'll kind of hone in on that one, has become an answer engine more so. And so AI search doesn't just browse, it decides. It decides, it pulls from a network of data sources, your Google business profile, online directories, your website, review platforms, data aggregators. Most people don't even know what a data aggregator is. And AI either trusts that information or it doesn't. And if your data is incomplete and consistent, AI just skips over you. So I'm going to show you some things that really move the needle and how you can do these things on your own, or you can look at having us help you do it. But the key thing is just do it. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I definitely would. And I think, as you mentioned, you're going to provide some really key pieces that any business owner can do themselves to at least have a baseline of where they're at today.
That's exactly right. Because again, the game has changed and it's only going to continue to change. So if you're trying to do it in house with your cousin's friend's uncle or whatever you're doing, or even if you've got somebody that's managing your online presence, your website, your social, whatever it is, if they're not up to speed, whoever that is, you definitely could be leaving money on the table. Your competitors are picking up the slack. So I'm going to share screens for a minute because I like to share. Well,
Yes,
let's see what
sharing
I
is
got.
caring.
It is. All right. So the first thing we're going to look at, let me know if you can see my screen, Laura.
I can.
Okay. So the first thing I want to point out is Google search in general changes about once a week, literally. Whereas 2 weeks ago, above the paid ads and the maps, there was another area here that said AI overview. Now it's only
Yes.
coming up on some searches now, um, but it depends on what you're using. A lot of people are using mobile device. Earlier, when I was testing this, AI overview popped up automatically. AI mode is still here. Uh, and then we're going to kind of dig through this a little bit. But a new one is forums. I don't even remember this being here before. So
Okay.
forums will be things like Reddit and forums that are specific to your industry, that type of thing. Have you seen this yet, Laura?
No, and I'm going to check here as well because obviously we're located in different parts of the United States, and sometimes they roll out items in your area versus mine. So I'm gonna just curious while you're starting to do that, what will come up?
Yeah, because they just keep adjusting and changing. This one's telling me different tools here of what my results. I can give it all kind of different details here.
Mine
But
does
what?
not have forum yet.
Yeah, it's
It does
crazy.
not.
Yeah. So yeah, so I'm just going to break it down a little bit. We're just looking at straight Google search right now. We're not looking at AI mode. It's not showing AI overview. The maps in this case are the money spots, right?
Yes.
This is one of our clients right here, Redlands RV. They've done really well with reviews and what have you. got a link to their website, directions, all those things, and they're sitting here in the top spot organically, right? And that's
Mhm.
for several reasons. But if we were to click over to AI mode, the whole new thing over here, we've covered this on the show before. Again, we're asking for RV repair shop in Redlands, California. They're popping up here in the top spot here and over here, right? So clearly they're doing some of the things right. Um, and some of these other companies are too. But if you look, what is it saying here? It's saying several reputable RV repair shops service that area, ranging from full service to specialized collision centers to mobile. So it's giving us information. You can open this up and you'll see that it's pulling in more than one link for Redlands Truck and RV here. MapQuest, this is another piece of internal page of the website. Uh, it's got some stuff here. It's pulling in Yelp. This is a forum, Facebook. So, a lot of times you'll see YouTube videos over here. You'll see Reddit. And we've touched on some of these things, but these things are crucial right now. It's telling us more here. It's showing us some maps, but then it's telling us it's literally giving us another question to point out the for you to point you to the best option. What specific type of repair do you need? So it's crazy. This is an ask and answer engine. It's completely different.
Well, and I think that
Um,
that is a great point that you brought the attention to because if one of the repair shops want to be found for collision damage, that is again what they would want to really highlight on their website or on their digital footprint. So that's giving you a great opportunity to talk about why or what questions your clients, customers are asking to get that type of repair. So I'm glad that you mentioned that.
Yeah, and this is where putting your FAQ, frequently asked questions, on the website pages, on your blogs, even on the homepage. If you can answer questions, to just make a list of what are the top 20 questions you hear over and over again for the last 50 years in the case of this company, um, and put the question and the answer on your website. I mean, it's as
Absolutely.
simple as that. Um, I've got some other things to show you here, and we talked about data aggregators. All right. So if you want to do this all by yourself, that's fine. But this kind of shows what we've done for another client. This is A Plus Auto Glass in Colorado. And what this does is I'm just going to give you the a high level view of it all. But years ago, when we started all this, their baseline for being on all these directories was at 47%. Now we've got it at 98%. This talks about NAP score, name, address, phone, directory score, presence score, uh, voice readiness for voice systems. And there's more to it with all the other AI tools, but this just shows you how important your Google Maps listing is, how your Bing page, getting all the information filled in there, putting all the images on there, getting as much detail as you can. Even Yelp, a lot of people don't like Yelp, but here we are. It's an important piece, right? Same here. We talked about uh, Siri, Google Home, Alexa, all these things here. We've got all these guys ready over here on the right hand side because these things have been tuned up. Uh, Here's the data aggregators. Again, most people don't, I've never heard of this. What is data axle? What is localese? Well, what this does is they're data amplifiers. They allow your business to be amplified across all types of directories. That's where you'll see is down here. Most people like Bubble Life, Cyclex, Dex. Those most people heard of Dex or chamberofcommerce.com and some of these. But all these things are just pieces of the puzzle that can be easily handled by an agency like us. Get all these so that they're all tuned in because people don't realize how important this stuff is to get your information on all these sites. I mean, this isn't new, right, Laura?
It is not, but it is still vital to have your information consistent, where you start seeing how Some people might have abbreviated your name, and others have your full address spelled all the way out. You want to make sure it's consistent throughout.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, here's the last of them is Verizon, Apple, all these different ones. And then because these all here now are fixed. So the right hand side or they're synced. This is where all of these things, Garmin, TomTom, BMW, Kia, Samsung, all these different things up here are done for you because again, people are talking to their cars. They're they're talking to their GPS devices and all these different things. So by having all these things in place makes such a huge difference. It's really amazing how many people don't realize that. So that's a lot of information. The crazy thing is this can all be done very straightforward. And there's a lot of other tips and tricks, but I mean, new content on your website, utilizing the AI tools. I mean, if you think about it, how far AI in general has come, and even the last few months compared to Laura and I've been in the trenches of AI for well over 2 years, it continues to impress. You know, whether you're creating content, creating images, creating videos, you can take what's real, you know, and real life stories and real life images and what have you, and just make it all look and feel amazing with your personal touch. I wouldn't just do AI slop, so to speak. Try to, you know, just, oh, ChatGPT did this. Let's just pop it on the website. You got to take a little time. It's a shortcut, but it's not something that just replaces the human factor. Don't you think?
Agree. Especially, I know that you've covered this a little, on several episodes. And, I invite the listeners and viewers to go back and watch them because, to your point, AI slop just makes you very baseline on like everybody's able to pull that information, adding the stories, showing the photos, talking about how they repaired that collision or how they repaired the engine. If they have a full time mechanic, talk about the most common things that the mechanic works on. That again personalizes it and takes it beyond. So AI can help brainstorm, AI can help you outline, AI can help you start with the text that you would want to upgrade your site with or your digital footprint, but it will really hone in on your own brand, your voice based on those stories that keep you very authentic.
Yep, authenticity. I think you just nailed it right there. That's the most important thing because by getting authentic content out there, by getting authentic reviews, by having things on your social media that make sense and are real to people, success stories, people really being grateful for what you did to help them, that goes so far today. So,
Yes,
I
it
mean, with
does.
that, we could go deeper and deeper down this rabbit hole, but I think it's hugely important that you realize that this has all changed already. This isn't something that's going to change a year from now. You need to take action right away, and if not, you're not going to get found like you used to. And other people, even if you've been around for 50 years and you've got the best shop and the best technicians in town, if you are not being found the way it's shifted to, then the people down the street who are possibly inferior, they don't care about their customers, but guess what? They're getting paid. And so hopefully that makes sense to the people watching today. Let me know if we can help. Is there anything you can think of in closing, Laura?
The only thing I'll mention is that I did find my forums and it's under my drop down of more. So
Okay.
if your viewers were wondering, hey, do they have it or not? If you click on that, then it'll move out on your main bar because it is very important to take into consideration. Like you said, it has Facebook, Reddit, they have industry forums listed there too. So you do want to keep all of that in mind. It's part of your digital footprint. So if you can get mentions there, that means that AI will see you as the expert that you already are, and you'll be cited easier.
Love it. Well, that's a great way to wrap it up, Laura. Thank you so much for sharing that. And yeah, we'll close off for today. And like always, like, subscribe, share. And if you need help, just let us know. Thanks for tuning in.